Okay, so we're here for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, episode 9, season 5. What's going on, y'all? So, basically, this whole episode is all about nothing but Tierra Marie and this sex tape and the people that's not really surrounding her, that's supposed to be surrounding her, and the people that's surrounding her that really, one of them is surrounding her with good intentions and the other one really don't give a fuck. She's just here for a storyline, and one of them I just don't fuck with no more, and you will find out by the end of this video. So, let's get into it. Brooke meets up with Tierra, and they stand up at a park and they have a conversation about everything that's been going on the internet. And, Brooke basically laid it out there that she felt like, this was some crazy shit because after the sex tape had leaked, Tierra was back in the bed with them all on Instagram. So, it made it look, well, it appeared to be a publicity stunt to everybody that was on the outside looking in. And to be quite honest, I mean, if a nigga leaked a sex tape of you and you just broke up with him, why the fuck would you even be seen on video on social media in the bed with him? Of course the motherfucker gonna think that, okay, this bitch lying, this bitch got a storyline, she got a show coming out, she trying to get some clout. You know what I'm saying? And she said that that's not what it was at the end of it all. She just really went back there to see him and just say, baby, did you really leak this sex tape? Like, is this you? Like, did you do this? Whatever. And Tierra, baby, I understand all of that. Just because a person does something to you does not necessarily mean that you're going to get over them in 5.5 seconds. It just doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way, But at the same time, Tierra, I just feel like you're not doing yourself no favors, and you never do yourself any favors on this show. You're supposed to be on here making your comeback, which is what you were doing at the beginning, but then you got so wrapped up in Ray J and his bullshit, and you got wrapped up in Princess and her bullshit. Then season 3, you sat back to the side and you was supporting everybody else, and then you come back last season with, Cisco the Snowman, and now here you are with Akbar, and you make yourself look like one of his motherfucking concubines in the I Love the Bitches crew. You're not doing yourself no favors, but I also feel like Brooke really ain't sincere because all she's here for is the tea. And I started off loving Brooke, but this season she's really shown me that she would put herself in the midst of anything just so she can say that she got some airtime, just so she can say she got a storyline, just so she can be in a fucking mix. She really don't give a fuck about Tierra or this motherfucking shit. However, she did agree to support Tierra and all of this stuff, and when it involves the press conference, and not only the press conference, but the lawsuit for revenge porn that Tierra is pursuing. So, I just hope that Tierra really does come out of this shit with her head up high, because a sex tape being leaked and pictures and all of that stuff, that's not good, and it's not cute, and that's a nightmare for everybody to see what you working with and see what you doing in the privacy of your own bedroom. That's fucked up. So, we finally see Bridget Kelly again, and we really ain't been seeing her much this season. The last time I really saw her again was when she was sitting up there with this fake ass wedding with Brooke. So now she's out here performing, well, not really performing, but showing us some brand new music, some shit that Tierra need to be doing, some shit that Brooke need to be doing. But okay, Bridget, sit off to the sidelines and then give us something to listen to, because I'm tired of listening to Special Delivery. That's the only song by you that I know, so I'm ready for you to get into some more shit. So she's singing the song, and the song sounds pretty good to me, honestly. Bridget can sing. She's very talented. She shouldn't even be on a show like Love and Hip Hop, to be quite honest. She should be on something like R&B Divas or some shit like that. I'm gonna call my friend back when I get done with this video. But she should be on some shit like R&B Divas or whatever like that. She shouldn't even be on the ratchetry that is Love and Hip Hop. But she's here, and you got to make a dime some kind of way, and you got to get your exposure another kind of way. So Bridget, I'm not mad at you for doing what you're doing. So, in the midst of that, Brooke comes to Moniece, and she was talking to her about the whole Tierra thing, asking her opinion for what happened with Tierra and the sex tape. So, Moniece was like, I went through my own sex tape getting leaked, and it's not really a good thing. It's always hurtful. It's never really something that you are proud of. And, I want to be there for Tierra, but, me and her really haven't been talking, and she really accused me of being in her business last year, and that really kind of pushed us all the way off. And Brooke was was like, well, you know what? Nikki and Paris been throwing her to the wayside, so she needs some support right about now. And honestly, even as sketchy as the story sounds, Tierra does need some type of support because Paris and Nikki was digging all up in her motherfucking business, but when the going gets tough, they don't want to be there for her. And I just find that to be fucked up, some bullshit, and it's just wrong altogether. Like, how can you sit up there and be all up in the bitch business, but yeah, you don't want to be there for her when she's going through this type of shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all pretty much helped to get exposed, so why y'all can't help her on the sideline when she needs y'all? You know, that's really fucked up. So, you know, Bridget comes over to Moniece and Brooke, and she tells them that she's going over there to London to perform and to do some press for her brand new album that's coming out, which is called Reality Bites. And, you know, she invites Brooke and Brooke and Moniece to London, and they both agreed. And, you know, Brooke was like, come on, Moniece, you should go. We all need a break from all of this shit that's going on in LA. And Moniece was like, okay, I'm with it, I'm down. Okay. So then, that's when Jay Will pops up at Bridget's listening party, and he goes over to Moniece to talk about the audition. Now, I would say this: I do like Jay Will as a person, and I do think that he's very talented, but I feel like he's being a sore loser and a punk bitch about this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. You feel bombed out because you auditioned for this Pride thing and you did not get the thing just because of the fact that you weren't Candy and you came in as Jay Will, and La Brittany got the whole gig. And I did not agree with Moniece saying, well, if she was really your friend, then she wouldn't even do the gig. No, not really, because if he was really her friend, he would be happy for her getting the gig. But obviously he's not her friend, because some people will say that they're your friend and they want you to do good but not better than them, and that's the type of vibe that Jay Will is giving me, and that's all the way fucked up. And Moniece gave him all the wrong advice. And not to mention, she also dropped in a little bit of tea about her fucking A1. And I'm sitting up here like, ooh, maybe Lyrica had a fucking reason to come for her. You know what I'm saying? If she out here fucking A1. So who knows, child? Who knows? So that's when Rock Queen walks in, being the queen that he is. He walks over to Moniece, and he insinuates that he knows Moniece in and out, like he fucked her or something. Child, I don't been more believe that Rock Queen fucked no type of pussy. The only pussy that I believe that he fucked is boy pussy. That's what I believe he fucked, because I don't see no woman laying down, opening up her legs, and giving him any type of kitty cat, okay? Because he's such a bitch and a queen, and I just can't take him. So Moniece asked him, how you gonna do a song with Amber Diamond and you ain't never did no song with me? You know what I'm saying? So Rockstar agrees to give her a track. You know what I'm saying? So it's time for Tierra's press conference, and Brooke and Moniece are in attendance. And I feel like it was pretty good that that Moniece was there, despite the fact that they aren't really in the best of places right about now. She was still able to be there for her and support her through all of this. And I do think that that's a great idea. You know, sometimes whether we're good or not good, we still need our friends to be there for us. And that's what Moniece did for Tierra, and that's what she needed. She needs somebody to be there for her. And on top of that, like I said, Moniece has gone through this type of thing in regards to a sex tape being leaked about her. And in the midst of us watching the press conference, we see Paris and Nikki sitting on the couch eating popcorn. Now, I feel like that is so fucked up. Y'all can sit there and y'all can watch this shit, but y'all can't even be there to support her in all of this stuff. And Nikki just puts herself on the pedestal about being this good friend, and Paris want to be this ride or die chick, but you can't ride or die and be there at the press conference. Just being real selfish, talking about, Nikki talking about, I just don't want to be a part of a lawsuit that ain't got nothing to do with me. Bitch, none of this had nothing to do with you, but you got involved anyway. Y'all got all up in the girl business. Y'all dug and you 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 dug, you dug until you found some shit. And when you found the shit, y'all backed off and left the girl there by herself. Then when the going got real tough and this nigga done leaked the sex tape on her motherfucking ass, she leaked it, somebody else leaked it, I don't know who the fuck leaked it. But when that happened, y'all just pushed her to the side and was like, oh, well, I ain't, you know, it wasn't me. You know, I ain't got nothing to do with it. This ain't none of my business. It was never none of your fucking business, but you made it your fucking business. And I find that to be all the way fucked up, that y'all would do that girl like that, and y'all supposed to be her friends, especially Paris. But you know, I just gave Paris all of this praise and shit, and now she done pissed me off, and I believe she done blocked me on Instagram. For whatever reason, she done blocked me, and if she did, I don't give a fuck. I ain't never been in the comments. Either she done took a page down or her ass done blocked me. It's one or the other. And in the midst of that, I see K. Michelle watching it. Now, what I didn't like about K. Michelle doing this is the fact that, you know, she was questioning Tierra's story as far as, you know, insinuating that she could be lying about it, or it could be a publicity stunt, or she's crying wolf, you know, just like the whole Mimi and Nico thing. You know, Nico was the big bad boyfriend, and it turns out that they both leaked the sex tape, and they were trying to get money together, trying to be this Kim Kardashian and Ray J type of come up. And I do get it, but at the same time, Kay, I do feel like you should have never said a word about that or questioning her story, considering the fact that you had your own situations and your own dealings with, you know, your own issue with a man, how a man put his hands on you, and when you put it to the, when you said something to the world about it, the whole world decided that they didn't believe you, and you felt hurt about that. So, although Tierra's situation isn't necessarily the same type of situation, it's like, okay, this woman gets violated and everybody's pointing the finger at her and doubting her and basically accusing her of it being a fucking, you know, publicity stunt. I just didn't agree with the way that she handled that. But on Twitter, she was like, you know, I don't even know these people, so therefore, you know, I just come to do my job and I do what I'm told and I go the fuck home. But I had, you know, some mixed feelings about that scene, but you know, at the same time, she was like, look, you know, Akbar DM me about some studio space, so I'm supposed to go meet up with him. So the fact that this story got some holes in it is making me more not really nervous, but making me more nosy and to find out what the tea really is. So if we all know anything about K. Michelle, she gonna be running with the tea. You know what I'm saying? She gonna bring the tea back. Okay. So what I did not mention was, in the midst of Tierra's press conference, you know what I'm saying, one of the girls from the I Love the Bitches crew decided to come up and she talking about she did it. And Tierra was like, they would do anything for this man when they know that he didn't do it. When they know that they didn't do it, they know that he did it and they're trying to protect him at all costs. And she said it was nice to see familiar faces being there for her. She said, you know, me and Brooke don't even know each other that well, but she was also there for me and she was glad that Moniece was there, and it really shows how much she really cares about their friendship. And to be quite honest, it's crazy to me because Tierra Marie, Brooke Valentine, Rihanna, all of them came out around the same time, and it just, you know, Sierra, Keisha Cole, all of them came out around the same time, and just to see what they are now, and as far as career paths, that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's real crazy. So K. Michelle, she meets up with Akbar to discuss the whole studio stuff, because she's trying to get her new album done and all of that, and she wants to put some artists in the studio. In the midst of that, she said, but you know, I'm not the one to beat around the bush. So did you leak that tape with Tierra? He says that he didn't do it. Then she said, well, did your side chick do it? He said, she said, did Sade do it? He was like, I don't know. But she did make a problem with somebody, so it was kind of like, well, who the fuck is it if she made issues with somebody or she pissed somebody off? She ain't pissed nobody off but your ass, so you did it, you know what I'm saying? So then, in the midst of it, he turns around and tries to woo her into being a part of the I Love the Bitches crew. He talking about he been looking at her pictures and he wants her to be a part of the team. She quickly shut his ass down and said she not the one for foolery, and he was like, well, you asked about some foolery, but then she was like, no, I'm not with that. That's not even what I'm for. She turned him down real fast. Now, this ain't none of Tierra Marie. You was over here with K. Michelle, and K. Michelle ain't she's not going to go there with your ass. She not going to do it. She ain't here for that shit, period. Nikki was having a brunch, and, you know, Paris came. And, you know, Paris was like, well, you know, Bridget Kelly, she invited me to London, and bitch, I'm finna invite you. You know, she got her a big house for all of us, and we're gonna turn up. And then, you know, Nikki was like, well, you know, I'm always good for a girls trip. So then we turn around and we see Moniece and Tierra. They pull up on Paris and Nikki, and Tierra was basically coming for Nikki, basically calling her a fake friend. And I do feel like Nikki was a fake friend to her. She really wasn't there for her when she really needed her. And I don't give a fuck about her excuses. Now she want to say, well, my father was sick and that's why I wasn't there. Bitch, stop. I'm not dismissing the fact that your father may have been sick. But at the end of the day, you were sitting on the couch with Paris, eating motherfucking popcorn like you was sitting in the movie theater watching Acrimony with Paris at the movie theater. Like, bitch, come on. You were sitting there watching a press conference. So if you can sit there with Paris and have a whole damn snack from the damn movies, then you could have been there with her, Paris included. Like, y'all were both flawed and fraud as fuck for not showing up. It's wrong on so many levels, and I don't see how you don't understand why she would be upset with you. You are wrong, and you know it, and you want to sit up. I've always been there for you, Tierra. And Tierra's mom was sick, and she was also there for you, so what are you saying, bitch? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, ultimately, she apologized after Moniece said what she said, and she was like, you know, there's a lot of history here, and it hasn't always been that great, but we all need to be here for each other right about now. And they all agreed, and, you know, they moved on. Jay Will and La Brittany. I'm not even finna stay on this topic because I don't even know what the fuck this whole argument was about. Jay Will just looked very fucking bitter that the Diet Sierra Cola decided that she was going to take the audition, and she said she was going to London and she really didn't give a fuck, and if he wants the damn audition, he can fucking have it. Then he started going in saying, I don't want to be compared to the competition to La Brittany when she's nobody to compete with. First of all, none of y'all ain't doing nothing special. I didn't know of neither of you until y'all both got on Love and Hip Hop. Okay, that's number one. Number two, La Brittany said she booked and paid, and I ain't never heard not one song for La Brittany. Never seen her on a performance on YouTube or nothing. Never heard of the bitch till she came to Love and Hip Hop. Both of y'all sitting up here on y'all knees praying. This was a dumbass argument. Most probably one of the dumbest arguments I have ever seen on Love and Hip Hop, period. Okay, that was just dumb. Then we get into the studio session with Moniece and Rock Queen. Her vocals really wasn't the best in the midst of that scene, and that's when Brooke comes in, and Moniece, you know, Moniece didn't really know the words, and Rockstar was trying to play the words over so she can learn them, and then that's when Brooke comes in, and then she starts singing to a certain octave, and, you know, Moniece kind of felt slighted because she was like, if Brooke said she was coming here to support me, but it looks like she's here to throw shade, and that's not right, which is not. And when she goes in the studio, when she goes back in the booth, she has a panic attack. And the fact that Rock Queen and fucking dumbass blindsided Brooke decided that it was funny in the moment to do some shit like that was fucking disgusting, and it shows me the type of people that both of these motherfuckers are. How can you sit there and watch a person go through a fucking panic attack and you think it's fucking funny and it's not? Brooke, you are really showing how messy and vile your bitch ass really are. Really is, okay? You're really showing me that. And I've been defending you all fucking season. But at this fucking point, what you did was just fucking disgusting and vile, bitch. Like, how fucking dare you? Like, this girl on a damn stretcher going in the ambulance, and you and Rock Queen is over here laughing and giggling, making fun of her, and then you take your ass in the studio and record the song that she was trying to record when she had a damn panic attack. That was all the way fucked up, and like I said on Facebook, I said if Brooke goes in that studio and do that damn song, I'm done. And I'm actually done with Brooke. She's a funky ass friend. She ain't got no loyalty to nobody. She don't give a fuck about nobody but Marcus, who barely gives a fuck about her. Brooke, you ain't shit, bitch, okay? You ain't shit, and you will never be shit. You done came back on this show. You doing everything you can to keep that motherfucking main spot. And I hear you, bitch. I get what you're saying, but you foul and you phony and you fraud for what the fuck you doing. First you're sitting up here acting like you Tierra and Moniece's friend and you not. But then you gonna laugh at Moniece while she's in the studio trying to record, but then she goes through a panic attack. That ain't funny. I don't see nothing funny about that. Whoever laughing at that shit is just as fucked up as her and Rock Queen are. I can't fuck with neither one of them. With that being said, this is my review of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. That's all I gotta say. I plan to review Black Ink Crew. I do plan to review it. If they don't piss me off, I'll review it. You know what I'm saying? But I do plan to do so. With that being said, y'all, till my next video, I will talk to you guys later. I have given y'all several videos today. That's not like me, but, you know, it is what it is. I'm out of here, you guys. Peace.